Okay, so we're talking about environment. आज हम क्या करेंगे? We will be talking about biogeochemical cycles. Biogeochemical cycles. That is the ecology part. Then we will be talking about homeostasis. These two are left, so we will complete that. Energetics was done, and these two are left, so we will complete that. Is everyone okay? Perfect. So many people had sent me their experiences. We were talking about in the last class. We were talking about things where we are talking about development leading to degeneration and development leading to regeneration. So I have got all of them. I read it out. At times, हर चीज का solution तो उसी time देना जरूरी नहीं है. Yes, somebody is dealing with girlfriend issues. True. उसका समाधान अभी बताना जरूरी तो नहीं है. Is it okay? I'm saying you have to look at it. You have to look at it. That how do we deal with it? Whatever you do, your actions, can we put a filter on them? Can we put a filter on them? That your action helps you upgrade things. If they are leading to downgrade, the filter will stop it. That's the rule. That's the rule. So सबने लिखा सर ये होता है वो होता है and all those things, and I don't want to talk too much on that as of now. My suggestion to everyone is whatever action you are taking, can you put the filter? Can you put the filter that will this add to degeneration or regeneration? Yes, sir. That's what we are talking about. Everyone with me on this? If you have any questions, please ask. Good morning, Manish, and good morning to all others. Individually, I have not been able to take your names, but I know you're listening to me, so good morning to everyone. Good morning to everyone. Perfect. Say एक example देना चाहता हूँ. One example. I don't know the name of the student. So a student was working on these questions. So the student wrote to me, sir, question answers market से कहीं मिल नहीं रहे हैं, and I did not get an answer for explain the role of market centers in promoting rural development in India. Just an example, everyone. Can we quickly take an example? So this is the rural area of India, and we want what to happen, everyone? Development to happen. So what is there? It is used for agricultural land. Say, for example, I'm talking about Bihar. Everyone, do you get that? So we want the development to happen in Bihar. So the question says, explain the role of market centers in promoting rural development in India. Do you see the language of the question itself helps us know a lot? True or not? Everyone, what is the language of question telling us? And do you agree कि ये language से हमें answer मिल रहा है? If I set up a market over here, market for what? Seeds, market for pesticide, for chemical. This is for modern, and then we have manure. Possible market center. इधर मैंने गांव में क्या कर दिया? Cold storage. You can bring your perishable product. You can do that. Yes. Will it provide employment and forward backward linkages or not? Will it provide? True. Will this also be there? अभी इसी में मैंने एक सेंटर खोला. This is called the e-marketing center. Now remember, the government has got an e-nam, and farmer doesn't know how to use internet and all those things. तो अगर ये हो जाए तो अच्छा है या नहीं? जल्दी से बताइए. Is it a good thing or not? So it is a good thing. So why not use it? We should be using it. So that is what I'm saying. So the student asked me, sir, I did not get this topic in the study material. अब आप बताइए study material में नहीं है. अभी बताइए कि sources क्या होंगे? So I told the student, beta, booklet are not question and answers. No. When you understood this, I just talked to you, know the answer. I said there is something called as brainstorming. You are my regular student. I'm sure this should not happen. Now the student says that, sir, I searched internet also. I did not find any material. Now tell me, everything is here or not? I wrote to the student, beta, ek to ye hai. And then there is a theory called as Kristallers central place theory also. So this is to common sense. This is an example through common sense, brainstorming, plus a theory also. Yes or no? And tell me, everyone, will this be connected or not? So will transport develop? Will trade develop or not? So I write to that person, did he talk about marketing? Did he talk about transport? Did he talk about efficiency? Will this help us or not? So the person says, yes, it will help us. The person is of the opinion, yes, this will help us. Now, if this will help us, then I write to her, with the help of this, can inter-regional and intra-regional happen or not? The person said yes. And I said, there is a theory called growth pole, growth center theory. Growth pole and growth center theory. I will teach you all these things. Now tell me, everyone, you are beginners, but do you see that there is theory also, there is example also, you can talk about India also, you can talk about world also, you can talk about Sri Lanka also. Yes or no? कर सकते हैं नहीं कर सकते, everyone can we talk of? So when my student doesn't talk of that, when my student doesn't talk this, so I really feel heartbroken. Yeah, please don't take it that way. So when this person writes कि net पे नहीं मिला, I said, yeah, I'm feeling ashamed. I'm really feeling ashamed that I taught you all this and you were saying net पर नहीं मिला. Yes. So I wrote to this person, sir, make me proud, not ashamed. Can I say that? Will you call this rude? Or can I say that to my student? Everyone. Can I say this? Make me proud, don't make me ashamed. After giving the answer. Can I do that? So this was 12th June 2020. 12th June 2020. I'm just reading it out. Okay. Yesterday. Good evening, sir. I'm your student. I have cleared BPSC mains this time. And thank you for making geography so interesting. I remember one day you scolded me and asked me not to make me ashamed, make me feel proud. I said that day that I will work on it and make my teacher proud. And I took it very positively, sir. I worked on it. This is my first step. I need your help for the interview also. So I'm saying it is not about when you are talking about what is right for you, what is wrong for you. I as a teacher, मेरा कौन सा action आपको upgrade करेगा? That is what is growth with regeneration for me. I just gave you an example because I got so many messages. Sir, this is happening, that is happening. Sir, you please tell. So I just gave you an example. 2020 na, 2020 से she has come to 2022. Okay, upgraded herself and got a good result also. Yes, and these days UP, Bihar, they are giving good chances of selection. And look at her confidence. Will it change or not? पहले क्या करते थे? नेट पे कुछ भी आंसर ढूंढ रहे थे. We were just collecting answers or not? But things changed. So I thought one can be degeneration. One can be degeneration कि भैया I don't disturb me. But I said, yeah, come on, let us create this answer. I created it in front of you. I did this. I told her backward, forward linkages, and we were talking on this thing. I said, do you know them? She said, yes, I know them. I said, have I done them in the class? She said, yes. Now do you know the answer also? She said, yes, I can join it. I can join the dots now. I said, then why are you writing? No, I did not find anything on internet on this because there will be infinite questions or not. Moment that eureka moment happens to you, development with regeneration will become unstoppable. That's my guarantee, and that's my invite to all of you. Challenge yourself. There is no harm in that. Okay, and let the best thing come out of you. And I'm saying online teaching gives you a lot of distractions. ये वो उन सबसे बाहर आ जाओ, अपनी चीजों को करते रहो. This is a very very important time for all of us and to make a difference. And I'm saying be prepared for this. We are talking in this 2022. No, 22 तो आप दे नहीं रहे. Most of you are giving 23 then. Yes, so that's what we are saying. This whole process itself will take 2024. Whole process will take till 24. So be prepared, empower yourself. Nothing is lost. For some reason, many people wrote to me, sir, my preparation got a break. Sir, I don't know where to start. हो गया, कोई बात. Restart wherever you are. Nothing is lost. Is everyone okay? सारे खून माफ हैं. All खून माफ. True. चलिए. So आज हम क्या करने वाले? Biogeochemical cycles. So there is material in the atmosphere. Material can be solid, liquid, and gas. Do we get that? There are materials in the atmosphere, solid, liquid, gas. Is our body made up of these materials? Have we picked up from environment or not? We picked up things from the nature? Yes or no? Nature has done that to us. What is solid that you picked up from nature? Quickly. Solid. Can I say your body has bones? Calcium. You picked up from nature. Have you picked up iron also from the nature? Blood has got iron. We picked up from there. Yes. They say 70% of human body is water. True. Yes. And do we have gases in our body? Carbon dioxide, oxygen, and other gases. We picked up from the earth. Does earth system has finite material or infinite? Finite or infinite? Finite. So can I say the calcium is being used at multiple places? Get that? But we will die. We will die and this will be released. So after death, what will happen? Decomposition. Decay. Death, decay, decomposition. That's the law of the nature. Yes, everyone will die. True. And then what will happen? Mineralization. And these minerals will come back to Earth system cycle. Do we get that? The rate at which this exchange is happening, is called your efficiency. Get that? how fast this is happening, how effectively this is happening, are there losses happening or not. इसी का एक एनर्जी के टर्म्स में, इन एनर्जी टर्म्स, दिस इज मटेरियल, वी हैड एनर्जी आल्सो ना, एनर्जी फ्लो व्हिच आई टॉक्ड अबाउट इन टर्म्स ऑफ फूड पिरामिड एंड चेन्स. यस, एनर्जी के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में क्या होता है, देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड एज एनपीपी, नेट प्राइमरी productivity. What is net primary productivity? What is net primary productivity? The energy released, the energy released through per unit area per unit time. And we saw किसकी high है, forest versus taiga, taiga versus tundra. Which one is high? Forest or taiga? So forest, forest, forest. Perfect. Taiga or tundra? Taiga. Relatively, taiga is more. So do we understand the efficiency, the energy transformations, the thermodynamics of it? So this is what is ecosystem, and then we talked about that as energetics of the ecosystem, and this cycling as the biogeochemical cycling. Are you with me on this biogeochemical cycling? With me on this, everyone? Okay, perfect. Now what do we do? So what else can we do? Let us look at this. I want to talk about the cycles. Have I already talked about the hydrological cycle? Yes or no? Hydrological cycle. This is our liquid cycle. If I have not talked in detail, I will talk about it. But today, I don't want to talk about hydrological cycle per se. My intention today is about those solid and gaseous cycles. Solid and gaseous cycles. Okay, that? So let us look at our solid and gaseous cycles. Have you heard of nutrients called N, P, and K? N, P, and K. What are N, P, K? Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Plants need them. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So now what happens is a material has a natural place of occurrence. And that is called the reservoir pool. Reservoir pool. So my question to all of you, everyone, what is the reservoir pool, natural place of occurrence of nitrogen? Atmosphere. Very good. Water, hydrosphere. And in hydrosphere, what is it? Oceans. Can I say that? But I see that water is there in atmosphere also. When oceans water evaporates, it reaches in atmosphere also. So it is not that water is always limited, restricted only to hydrosphere. It will be in the atmosphere also. Will it be in the land also? Soil also has soil moisture. Yes or no? So it will be in the land also. So we have another pool which we call as the exchange pool. What is it? Systems through which a material moves. Is everyone okay? So can I say for water, atmosphere is the exchange pool. Water will leave its reservoir pool, go into the exchange pool, and eventually come back to the reservoir pool. This cycle of a material leaving its reservoir pool, going through exchange pools, and coming back is called the biogeochemical cycle. Do we get that? Residence time. What is residence time? Time spent by a material in a pool during the cycle. During the cycle, what happens to the pool? Where does it move? Is everyone okay? Time spent by a material in a pool during the cycle. Sorry. Everyone understood the terminology? Residence time, exchange pool, reservoir pool. If you are okay with this, I want you to take a fresh sheet. Everyone take a fresh sheet. Turn your notebook around. Take a fresh sheet. Turn your notebook around. Okay. And let us look at some cycles. Okay, one more thing. 3 types of cycles. There are 3 types of cycles. What are these cycles? Gaseous cycle. Okay. Then sedimentary cycle. Hydrological cycle. So gaseous is reservoir, pool is atmosphere. Do we get that? Sedimentary cycle Atmosphere, the reservoir pool is what? Reservoir pool is lithosphere. And hydrological cycle, or we call it the water cycle, the reservoir pool is hydrosphere. Is everyone okay? Did we understand how did I get my classification? Now today I'm going to talk about 2-3 things in one go. So I want you to keep a sheet and turn it around. Okay? Have you turned it around? I want to know about, first of all, nitrogen cycle. What kind of a cycle is nitrogen cycle? Quickly. What kind of a cycle is nitrogen cycle? Gaseous cycle? Okay. What kind of a cycle is phosphorus cycle? What kind of a cycle is phosphorus cycle? Everyone. Sedimentary cycle. So on one side of your page, I want you to write, not on the top, somewhere 1/3 of your page, please write N2, and here please write P. Can we write that? Is everyone with me on this? Okay. Now quickly tell me, where do we find phosphorus? Where do we find phosphorus? Rocks. Phosphorus are found in rocks. What kind of rocks? Phosphate rocks. Phosphorus is found as phosphatic rocks. Do we get that? And they're limited on the planet? No. Abhi kisi ne kaha bones. Harsh, what are we talking about? Reservoir pool. Reservoir pool. Where it is most? You told me it is lithosphere. Do you get that? Phosphorus, why did I reject bones? Milta kahan pe? Rocks mein milta hai. So this is solid and found in rocks. Abhi aaya nahi. This is there. It has to enter an exchange pool. No? So bone mein aayega, but later on. It will come to the bone and later on. Okay? Okay, perfect. Nitrogen, where is it? Nitrogen is a gas. Can I say it is there in the atmosphere? Is everyone okay with this? So nitrogen bhi aapke liye clear. Okay. Now next, everyone, please pay attention. Nitrogen, phosphorus are clear. How will they leave their source pool? They will leave their reservoir pool and come into the exchange pool. Say for example, nitrogen reached our bone. How did nitrogen reach our bone? So we eat nitrogen from the air or phosphorus. So food. So food is what in the ecosystem? Food is plant. Food is plant. So plant has to take it. So can plant breathe in nitrogen? Plant क्या nitrogen breathe in करता है? Quickly बताइए. ऐसे क्या सांस लेता है प्लांट? नाइट्रोजन की सांस ले ली? नहीं. So plant cannot take it. Plant can take only nitrogen in the form of nitrates and nitrites, and थोड़ा सा मीथेन की तरह भी ले सकता है. Heard of that? Nitrate, nitrites and methane. So ये कौन करेगा उसको? It will not. The nature will do something about it or not? So the nature has done something about it. So what has the nature done? Quickly. Nature has done something about it. So there are bacteria, nitrifying bacteria. Yes, you heard of leguminous plant, उसमें bacteria होता है, उससे होता है, and all those things. So nitrifying bacteria are there. True. These nitrifying bacteria convert atmospheric nitrogen into atmosphere, and I also want to tell you, even lightning does this. Even lightning does this. Do we get that? These nitrates are then absorbed by soil as nutrients. Can I say it? As nutrients they are absorbed. When they are absorbed by soils, they will be taken by plants. From plants, they will come to animals. True or not? Nilin saying how lightning? अरे भाई है ऐसा lightning. अब how तो पता नहीं. तुम्हें बता दिया कि lightning से होता है. तो ऐसा कहा जाता है. How many of you heard this? That rainwater, plants receiving rainwater and plants receiving water from gardening. The rainwater plants do better. आपने ऐसा सुना है नहीं सुना? Yes. जो खुले में जो बारिश हो रही है वो ज्यादा वो न्यूट्रिशियस होती है. क्यों होती है? Because of lightning, atmospheric nitrogen gets turned into nitrates and it brings along. ठीक है. तो जो लोग घर में ही वो सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, तो that is it. Sorry, did I write methane? My mistake. NH4, अमोनिया. नाइट्रोजन की बात हो रही है ना, अमोनिया. अमोनिफिकेशन बोलते हैं इस प्रोसेस को, और इसको नाइट्रिफिकेशन बोलते हैं. NH3. अमोनिया NH3 होता है ना, थोड़ी बहुत केमिस्ट्री. So thank you for correcting me. अब एनिमल्स में पहुंच गया नाइट्रोजन. And with the animals and plants, will they die? They will die and decompose. So what will be released? Nitrates. So can I say decomposers? Decomposers are going to release this also. With me on this? If any question, please ask. So where is the reservoir pool, everyone? Where is the reservoir pool? The atmosphere. From that, where did it come? It came to the soil, to the biosphere, to the plants, to the animals, and then it has come back. Is everyone okay? So can I say these are exchange pools? Exchange pools. How long will nitrogen stay over there in the plant and animal? Depends. Depends what kind of a plant and animal is it. Some trees live for hundreds of years. Yes or no? And some trees or some plants die, seasonally. So utna trap ho gaya. Acha, not, you don't have to wait for the tree to die. You don't have to wait for the tree to die. Can I also say that what? Trees can shed their leaves, also. So leaves se bhi bahar aayega. Yes or no? Human beings, do we cut our hair? Yes or no? Does the hair go down? The hair go down, so that's nutrients. Yes or no? Nails, you clip off your nails or not? So all these things, what I'm trying to say here is cycling chal Cycling is continuing, and that will continue. Is everyone with me on this? Who has created this cycle? Nature has created this cycle. Should we stop this cycle? No, we should not stop this cycle. Perfect. Now tell me, can a similar cycle be there for phosphorus also? How will it happen? How will, I'm sure plants and animals don't eat rocks. So unko kaise milega nutrition? How will they get the nutrition, everyone? How will the plants and animals get the nutrition? From the soil. And how will it go into the soil? Weathering. Weathering will turn it into phosphate. What will be? Phosphates are minerals which the plants can take. Phosphates are minerals which the plants can take. Is everyone with me on this? Clear? Phosphate will be taken by what? Again, soil, plant, animal. I have written twice for soil, so please don't take it otherwise. So soil is the upper weathered layer, but it takes time to form. Remember, soil aise nahi ban jata. So I'm removing it. Again, decomposes. Easy or not? So when did you read such a thing? In which standard of school did you read such a thing? Sixth standard में पढ़ा था. This is called what? This is called the which cycle? Sulfur cycle, carbon cycle. ऐसे स्कूल में पढ़ा या नहीं पढ़ा? We have read these cycles. So this is what nature does. Now let us bring the ecological aspect of this. Phosphorus cycle, nitrogen cycle, sulfur cycle, and we did try to remember also oxygen cycle, carbon dioxide cycle, nitrogen cycle. But do you understand the broader concept? What is happening in these cycles? The cycle debate is nothing, but it is just telling us that what is happening. With me on this, everyone? Clear? Perfect. Now let us go a little further. Let us go a little further in this. The problem is that this natural process is a slow process. Yes or no? Natural process is a slow process. So human beings, and remember, we are living in a possibilistic world. We are living in a possibilistic world. So, and we were not aware of the systems approach. हमें तो जो भी है, we are exploitative. So Western world found a way that we can have nitrogen as nitrate synthetically. Yes. अगर आपने वीडियो देखी हो, if you watch that video of Green Revolution, yes. So nitrate and its derivative are used for bomb making, explosives. So already the chemistry is advanced on that. So they knew how to make explosives. They decided, why not use this for constructive purposes? Yes. You heard about Alfred Nobel Prize. So Nobel, what was he known for apart from the Nobel Prize? What was he known for? Nobel Prize. He has invented what? Bomb factory became fertilizer factory. नहीं. Nobel बताओ, Alfred Nobel. Dynamites, explosives and dynamites. So he spent his life amassing money because of dynamite. Yes or no? And then he realizes, oh my God, this has been very destructive technology. I must do something so that people can benefit from it. Is everyone okay with this? तो उन्होंने क्या किया? All the money that he had got, उन्होंने charity में लगा दिया. उन्होंने कहा science and peace award is also a part of that or not? Peace award is also a part of that. So he said कि हम उसमें भी कर देते. Everyone with me on this? So that was the intention. So ऐसे ही nitrogen से जो हमारे bombs बनते हैं, they decided कि why not use these bombs or use this thing to make fertilizers. Make sense? The toxins, the toxic things can be used for pesticides. The gases which we were having, those toxic gases, say for example, the gases which Hitler was using for killing people, they said, let us kill insects. Tell me, as a human idea, is it a good idea or not? Something which is destructive should be used constructively. Make sense? We always say technology in itself is nothing. It is the user of technology that gives meaning to the technology. Is everyone okay? People can use it for destructive things also. People can use it for constructive. You must be hearing that youth is a stage of energy in our life. We can channelize that energy positively, negatively. तो मुझे लगा ठीक है. Yes. But one thing that is missed in this whole process is, what is that? Systems approach. Everything is connected. Yes or no? So everyone, suppose I need X amount of calories. For a fit life. And I'm consuming 2x. I consume 2x for 50 years. What will happen? अगर मैंने 2x consume कर लिया तो कोई problem? Anirban is saying, sir, आप मोटे हो जाओगे, obesity होगा. You will gain weight. Okay, gain weight is one. Then what will happen? Obesity related problems. I might get prone to diabetes. Yes or no? Because of my excessive weight, my bones, my joints might start paining. True or not? Yes. And because of that excess thing, more fat will deposit. That can even have an impact on my immunity system and my neural systems also. हो सकता है कि किया क्या था? Extra calorie खा रहा था. What was I doing? I was just having some extra calories. True or not? Yes, everyone. I was just having some extra calories. That is the problem which I was facing. There's nothing wrong. That's prosperity. That's prosperity. So I'm saying I don't see the connections. There can be multiple connections. So हमने क्या किया? नाइट्रोजन को हमने फर्टिलाइजर में देना शुरू किया. Extra from the nature, and phosphorus को भी हमने ले लिया. Do we get that? Now, surprisingly, animals and plants do not eat because it is easily available in Swiggy and the food is tasty. They don't eat for that. Animals and plants, for them, food is nutrition. When there is a shortage of that, they take that. So what I am going to do is I am going to artificially provide them with these fertilizers, synthetic fertilizers, nitrogen and phosphorus. Do we get that? Deepshika is saying extra fertilizers will degrade the quality of soil. No, Deepshika, extra fertilizer will not degrade the quality of soil. They are just adding nutrients. But what will happen is plants and animals will take only what they need. But do I know their need? Am I, a farmer, know the exact need of plants and animals? No, I don't know the need. So how will I do it? How do Indians add fertilizer to the field? Do they measure the demand of the plant, or they go by the sack? Kitne bole dalne, jitna zyada dalo. Same for irrigation. The more you do it, the better it is. The more you do, the better it is. That is our understanding. Yes or no? Even parents भी बच्चों को खिला कर खा ले मेरे बच्चे, खा लो. True? मोटा करते कि नहीं करते? So what will happen now is there is a lot of excess nitrogen in the soil. Excess phosphate in the soil. That is why Government of India came up with a scheme called Soil Health Card. Can you bring the idea of Soil Health Card? Can you say Soil Health Card can be a good example of a question on ecology? The idea that you are adding fertilizers to your soil, you should know what is the deficiency. If someone has a vitamin D deficiency and you keep on giving him iron pills, does it make sense? The deficiency will continue and you are unnecessarily giving those nutrients, you're wasting them. With me on this, everyone? True? Now what next then? What extra do we do? Let us look at this. Water is falling on the soil. Remember leaching. Leaching will happen. Excess nutrients, will they be washed down or not? Leaching, elevation will happen. They will go where? They will go down till they reach groundwater. And now, from the groundwater, will they reach the water bodies? Where have they reached? They've reached the water bodies. What do they have? Nitrogen, phosphorus. Excess phosphorus, excess nitrogen. Apart from that, there is a life in this pond. What is the life? Can I say fish? Can I say seagrass? Or, sorry, not seagrass, but the animals and plants, shallow plants, they are there. Kuch mein turtle bhi ho sakta hai. Can there be turtle or not? True. And I want to add one more thing. Nitrogen not only came from that, nitrogen came from animals also. ये कैसे आया? Sewage and excreta. Can I say waste? Organic waste. Organic waste भी अपना कमाल करेगा या नहीं करेगा? Organic waste will also do the kamal. True. All that waste is also getting into this. Now you cannot see it. But, and for us it is waste. For us it is absolutely waste. And am I talking about pond? Can it be a river also? Pond, lake, river, stream, anywhere, no? It can be anywhere. Okay. Everyone, please tell me. For life to be there, does it need oxygen? For life to be there anywhere, does it need oxygen? Do even plants need oxygen? Do even plants need oxygen or not? Yes. So they also need oxygen. Perfectly okay. Because plants, only when photosynthesizing, they are taking carbon dioxide. So can I say this pond, this water body has an oxygen demand? Oxygen demand. Demand means to keep life going on. To keep life going on, it requires oxygen. This is called biological oxygen demand. But it also has a chemical oxygen demand. So oxygen is needed for two things, biological as well as chemical. Do we get that? Can I say the salary which your father gets home is the demand? That salary, some part of it goes for household expenditure and some part of it goes for saving also. So two things. So first is money demand is there in your house. Some of it will be going for expenditure, be it your school, your education, your college, your subscription, your household chores, your mama papa जो खाने पीने का बिल आता है, जो भी expenditure है, सब चीजें आएंगे, petrol का बिल, energy का बिल, internet का bill, everything goes into that. That's the running expenditure. And the money demand is for some saving also for bad debt. So would your parents want to save some money? So they are saving also, and Indians have a tradition of savings also. So everyone, this pond also needs oxygen for two things. One is whatever are the living species to keep them alive. To keep them alive and kicking, we need energy. So that is there, that is available. True. And apart from that, there are, say for example, there are rocks. Suppose there are rocks rich in oxygen. There are rocks rich in oxygen. Oh, sorry, not oxygen, iron. Iron rocks. If there is oxygen in the water, so the plant needs it, but the water will come in contact with iron also, no? True. Will the iron get oxidized? Will it consume that or not? You want it or not, but it will consume, no? Oxidation. Moment it consumes, that much oxygen is gone. It has turned into a chemical combination. So can I say there is a chemical demand also, there is a biological demand also for any given system? Yes. True. Now if I put more iron powder over there, इसको कहते हैं ना carbon sequestration, you can put iron in the oceans. What will iron do? Iron oxygen भी खींचेगा. Yes. So it will do that. So हमने carbon dioxide के लिए भी देखा कि कुछ some powders do that for carbon dioxide. Is everyone okay? So oxygen will be taken by that. So if more animals and plants are there in this lake, which demand will increase? Which oxygen demand will increase? If more plants and animals are there, so biological oxygen demand will increase. And if more iron or oxygen reacting objects are there, which one? Then chemical demand will increase. Okay. Now what happens is nitrogen and phosphate, even if they are in our sewage, nitrogen and phosphate, even if they are in our sewage, I want to tell you, are still nutrients. True or not? So what will happen is plants will start blooming. And which plant? Primitive plants, algae. So we call this as algal bloom. Is everyone okay? And it can be of different colors. Algae can be of different colors. Predominantly you see in green. So now what is happening is, everyone please get this, because of a sudden like increase in the amount of nutrients, the plant in the water body have increased. What will happen to the oxygen demand? What will happen to the oxygen demand? Increase. Which one? Biological or chemical? Which one? Biological or chemical? So biological. True. Now during the COVID times, Indians are Indians. Yes. Indians decided to be frugal. लोगों ने अपनी spending कम कर दी क्या नहीं? Uncertainty. But you'll find Americans, Europeans वो कम नहीं करते. So what happened? They started, feeling, and like we saw the government had to come on the roads to help them. True. Indians also, where we saw people were, their livelihood was lost, so the migrants, they had to go back. There was no food. Then people offered them food. Yes or no? So what is going to happen is suddenly the demand for oxygen will increase, but oxygen is not sufficient. Yes, no more oxygen is coming. Where does the oxygen come from? Oxygen comes from dissolving, where it is in contact with water. But on the surface, it is all green plants, covered or not. So soon what will happen? The amount of oxygen available and the life which is there will be a mismatch. And soon the life will start dying. This process is called eutrophication. So can I say eutrophication? Eutrophication is an example of ecological imbalance. Can I say that? It's ecological imbalance. Eutrophication. Can you very well see that in India, most of the water bodies are eutrophicated. Why? Because of this agricultural pollution. Do we get that? So agricultural pollution, this is how it is happening. I hope everyone is understanding what I'm trying to say, and you are able to appreciate where I am taking this discussion. True? Perfect. So okay, then again. I want you to think and tell me, where will be the impact of eutrophication more? River or lake? Lake. Why? Why lake? Sir, in river, the water is moving. So what happens? New water comes. So मुझे low take और no take तो पता नहीं. I know very simple thing कि water will come more. More water will come. तुमने कहीं से पढ़ा होगा. ये तो ऐसा है नहीं. जिन लोगों से मैं आंसर सुन रहा हूँ, वो लोग मुझे पता है वो बुक तो पढ़ते नहीं है. So I'm sure कहीं से तुमने वीडियो देख के low take और no take कर रहे हो तुम लोग. I'm the very simple thing here. I'm saying this is there. And what is happening is rivers are moving water, so that can be there. My question is, Manish is saying lake leaching is more. Manish, हम तो लीचिंग तो कब से करके आ गए, बिना लेक के भी करके आ गए. बिना लेक क्या है ना, हम तो पानी आ गया ना. The water has come. The water is not getting refreshed. That is the issue. Where will the new oxygen come? अच्छा ये बताओ, जितने भी लोग लोटिक कह रहे थे, लोटिक वाले बच्चों से सवाल है कि इसका सोल्यूशन क्या है? What is the solution? And do you have any example in India where I can say eutrophication is happening? पूर्वी कह रही what is लोटिक? अब यही बताएंगे लोटिक क्या होता है. दीपशिका बोली क्लीनिंग ऑफ लेक. तो क्या करेंगे दीपशिका? क्लीनिंग ऑफ लेक में क्या करना होता है? लोटिक वाला मॉडिफाइंग लाइक मैंग्रोव ग्रोन. बहुत बढ़िया. एक बात बताओ एवरीवन, दिस इज डेड. लाइफ इज नॉट पॉसिबल. कह रहे इसमें मैंग्रोव लगा दो. हाउ विल यू लगाओ मैंग्रोव? मैंग्रोव को ऑक्सीजन नहीं चाहिए. डू वी गेट दैट? दूसरा बोला प्लांट ईटिंग एल्गी। अबे प्लांट लगाएगा तो प्लांट को भी तो चाहिए ना जिंदा रहने के लिए। सो इंट्रोड्यूस बिग फिश। हो इतनी बड़ी फिश डालूंगा मैं स्नेहा, वो तड़प तड़प के मर जाएगी। देयर इज जीरो ऑक्सीजन, देयर इज जीरो ऑक्सीजन। जो भी है सर, एल्गा ही मर जाएगा। हाँ बिल्कुल मर चुका है। मैं तो लोटेक वालों से पूछ रहा हूँ, ये जो लोटेक की बात कर रहे हो, दिस इज देयर, सब मर चुका है सर। रिड्यूस द यूज ऑफ फर्टिलाइजर। अरे खुशी, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, तुम अपना कहानी सुना रहे हो। मैं बोल रहा हूँ मर चुका है, इसका कुछ इलाज हो सकता है। कैन द लेक बी रिवाइव्ड, कुछ हो सकता है कि नहीं वो पूछ रहा हूँ। कैन समथिंग बी डन टू द लेक, द क्वेश्चन इज दैट। आई होप यू गेट माय मैसेज। Proper management of sewage, okay, I get that. What else? What else? Quickly. Filter the water. जो कर रहे हैं वो करना बंद कर दीजिए। प्रॉपर मैनेजमेंट सर, वो जो लेयर फॉर्म हो चुका है उसको हटाना होगा, ऑक्सीजन प्रोवाइड करना होगा। इसके लिए लगेगा इंजीनियरिंग सोल्यूशन। यू विल हैव टू रिमूव द होल वेजिटेशन फ्रॉम दैट, पूरा का पूरा वेजिटेशन वहां से हटाना होगा। until and unless you remove that vegetation, nothing can happen. Is everyone okay with that? Nothing can happen until and unless you remove the whole vegetation from there, and then aerate it also. Aerate it also. मधुकर कह रहा है ओरिजिनल सोर्स पे, अरे मधुकर तुम्हारे पड़ोस में तालाब खराब हो गया, उसको साफ करना है, सही करना है। दिव्यांशु बोलता है ड्रेन वाटर फर्स्ट। क्यों ड्रेन वाटर करना है? इसी में एरेट वाटर, इसमें ऑक्सीजन डाल दीजिए। व्हाट डू यू डू? यू डू ऑक्सीजनेशन। डू यू गेट दैट? समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं आ रहा है? आई होप यू गेट दैट। बाकी तो पता नहीं, जो भी आप करना चाहते हो आप सोच लेना। ठीक है, चलिए। तो आप लोगों से कुछ हो नहीं पा रहा है, एंड द नेचर इज देयर। सो नेचर कहती है इनसे ना हो पाएगा। नेचर कम्स, द रिवर टेक्स दिस वाटर टू द ओशन। कहां पहुंच गया? वी हैव नाउ कम टू द ओशंस। The river has brought this to the oceans. Now what will happen? Quickly think and tell me. Quickly think and tell me what has happened. It will mix with the rest of the water, get amount of oxygen needed. Perfect. So there are again nutrients. Nitrogen has reached. Now you know what will it do? It will promote the growth of plankton. What will happen? Plankton will grow. Plankton will lead to the growth of fish. Fish will lead to the growth of birds. Fish will lead to the growth of birds. Do we get that? ये क्या हो गया? Marine food chain. Is everyone with me on this? What has happened? Marine food chain. अब वो किसका हिस्सा बन चुका है? It has become a part of marine food chain. With me on this, everyone? I hope you understand and you're getting my message. Now the issue is, everyone please pay attention. Now the issue is that even marine food chain has a capacity. It is not having infinite capacity. So first plankton will increase, plankton will cause fish to increase, fish will cause birds to increase, everything is there. But if more and more comes, so what will happen to the nitrogen? The excess nitrogen will reach where? Deep ocean beds. Is everyone okay? Deep ocean bed में चला जाएगा. Where will the excess nitrogen go? It will go in the deep ocean beds. Everyone with me? If you have a question, please ask. Manish is saying, sir, it will not create eutrophication in ocean. तो आप बताओ मनीष, आपने कभी ओशन देखा नहीं? मतलब oceans are constantly moving, waves are coming, striking. आपने देखा अगर ओशन में गए तो सर्फ आता है, झाग बनती है उधर, so उधर ऑक्सीजन की तो कमी नहीं, there is no shortage of oxygen, तो eutrophication होगा क्या? Think about it. तो फिर वही वाली बात है, think तो तब करेंगे ना जब थोड़ा सा इमेजिनेशन होगा। Same thing will happen to phosphorus also, everyone. Can I say that same thing will happen to phosphorus? ये भी हो गया. I hope you made that. I hope आपका page properly use हो रहा है. So phosphorus, plankton, fish, and from here comes birds. So people who have been to coastal areas, have you seen those birds? Characteristic bird coastal area की birds होते हैं. Yes. So those birds are the ones which I'm talking about. I'm talking about those birds. Story is over. Where does phosphorus go? Some of it is here, and then it goes in the ocean bottom. Ocean bottom. Is everyone okay? Now I have two questions to ask you. Number one, what is a biological desert? ये यूपीएससी ने शॉर्ट नोट पूछ लिया ऑप्शनल. They asked us write on biological deserts. ठीक है. Number two, what are the benefits of upwelling of ocean currents? सोच कर बताएंगे मुझे दो चीजें. What are biological deserts and what are benefits of upwelling of ocean currents? आपने कई जगह से कई टीचर से सुन लिया. कोचिंग आज दिखा डालो मुझे जो भी आप जानते हो. Quickly, I'm waiting. Quickly. Okay. Abhishek says biological desert means hypoxia. Upwelling will move bottom nutrient. Nutrient desert dead remains. Priyanshu समझ में नहीं आया सही से लिखो. Upwelling causes nutrients to come up. अच्छा, upwelling causes nutrients to come up. Nutrients from bottom to come up. True or not? So इस bottom पे nutrients कहाँ से पहुँचे? How did the nutrients reach the bottom? The big question is this: how did the nutrients reach the bottom? Everyone. चलो अभी तो आपने बोला nutrient cycling में नीचे चला गया था. So तो bottom पे चला गया ना. Oh, I see. ऐसे चला गया. ठीक है. And what is this biological desert? I have not got it. Hypoxia तो पता है. Abyssal plain in the deep oceans are biological deserts. Anjali, did I say give me examples? The question I do really expect. I said what are biological deserts? You're giving me example. Why are you doing that? I did not ask it. तो फिर एग्जाम में भी करोगे and then exam में रिजल्ट नहीं आएगा. Biological deserts are because of increase in biological oxygen demand. So that's it. तो अंजलि वो नहीं है ना. डार्क एरिया डज नॉट मीन. इसीलिए कह रहा हूँ अंजलि थोड़ा ध्यान दो, थोड़ा सा ध्यान दे दो. ये बच्चे ने हाइपोक्सिया भी लिखा है. कोई कह रहा है ऑक्सीजन की कमी हो गई. ये जो इतनी देर से पढ़ाया ना, दिस इज बायोलॉजिकल डेजर्ट. Get that? Do you think light is biology? Think about it, Anjali. Do you think light not penetrating is biology? Biology causing desert, life causing desertification. A desertification that happened because of excess of life. Excess of life did what? Biological oxygen demand. So both the answers here. Before asking you the question, I gave you the answer. Now what happens is in the examination we are forced. Oh my God, I have never heard of this. The process is the same, but they play with the term. They play with the term. Do we get that? So anywhere where excess of nutrition causes competition for oxygen and a situation happens that other life cannot be supported, that is biological desert. Many lakes and rivers in India have turned into eutrophicated zones because of excess of nutrients from the fertilizers and even sewage waste. So all that is doing that. Do we get that? So there are pockets. They may not be the river, the whole river may not be eutrophicated. Pockets are there. The water body is there. Do we understand what is a biological desert? Do we get that? So that is a biological desert, and we are looking at nutrients from the bottom. Many people wonder, यार नीचे क्या होता है, नीचे से nutrients कैसे ऊपर आते हैं? So I hope you understand, नीचे से nutrients इसलिए ऊपर आते हैं. The nutrients come up because of one reason, and what is that one reason? That one reason is simply that upwelling happens, and the nutrients which have gone at the bottom, they will come up. Do we get that? Achha, where did the nutrients go down? On the coast of India. Nutrients go down on the coast of India. Where did they emerge? Is upwelling happening on the coast of India? No, sir. Upwelling is happening in certain areas, some areas of the world. Yes, no? Manish is saying, can we say eutrophication will create biological desert? Manish भाई तब से यही समझा रहा हूँ. अभी तो लिखा था क्या, मतलब बच्चे की तरह बात कर रहे हो. ये लिखा तो eutrophication is biological desert. फिर क्या उसमें verification ले रहे हो? Can we say eutrophication will create biological desert? Did I not say this? अभी तो बताया भाई. तो ऐसे मोक्ष की प्राप्ति अचानक ना करो. लिख के दे दिया, वहां पे लिख के दिया. There is proof to that. Eutrophication means biological desert formation. Hypoxia means oxygen की कमी. Oxygen BOD increasing. ये eutrophication में भी BOD लिख के दिया था. I thought I was teaching you for understanding. Can we say? Same ही चीज तो है. Is everyone okay with this? So we were talking that upwelling will happen at some places. Upwelling will happen at some places. But they need not be the places where the nutrients went down. True or not? There will be imbalance. एक और चीज बताना चाहता हूँ. So first of all, this is the cycle. Nature tried to bring it back. This process is doing what to the biogeochemical cycle? Nutrients reaching the ocean beds. Yes or no? Ocean bed पहुंच गया, nitrogen पहुंच गया, और क्या पहुंच गया? Phosphorus has reached ocean bed. What has it done to the biogeochemical cycle? Anything that you can think of has been done to the biogeochemical cycle. What is that? I want you to make a guess. What is that? Accumulation of waste. Madhukar, cycle. Cycle की बात कर रहा हूँ. This is cycle. So please tell me what has happened to the cycle. This is a cycle. What has happened to the cycle? Polomi is saying bank creation. Did I say what can happen because of this? And I also want to tell you, nitrogen से bank नहीं बनता है, bank बनता है sand से. Bank is made out of sand. I'm talking about what happens to the cycle. What happens to the cycle? Phosphorus will again get solidified. Wow. I'm asking not what will happen to phosphorus. I'm asking what will happen to the cycle. So Saida has at least tried to answer it, that the cycle is disturbed. Very good. Pragati is saying interrupted. How? How is it disturbed? How is it disturbed? That is where the question is aimed at. How is the cycle disturbed? Purvi is saying the speed is increased. Has the speed been increased, everyone? Do you think very fast nitrogen is coming back? Has the speed increased? Speed has increased? No. देखो डॉली अमाउंट हैज इंक्रीज. कौन सा अमाउंट हैज इंक्रीज? अमाउंट तो सेम है. नेट अमाउंट इज जीरो. तो जीरो सम गेम. कुछ बढ़ेगा नहीं, कुछ घटेगा नहीं. Not coming back to the reservoir pool. It is taking a long time to come back to the reservoir pool. Anjali is saying anything which goes deep inside is lost. Anjali, if it is lost, then what is this? Were you not paying attention when we were talking of this? You're saying anything which goes deep inside is lost. It is not lost. इसीलिए बोलो. Cycle एक तो fast नहीं है, cycle slows down. Why is it slowing down? Why? Because the residence time changes. True or not? Okay, everyone, pay attention. Pay attention. You go to a bank and you deposit 10,000 rupees. Get that? You open an account, saving account, and you deposit 10,000 rupees. Get that? And you go to a bank and you say, I want to open a PPF account, Public Provident Fund account, and I want to deposit 10,000 rupees. People who know a little bit about this, are these two the same situation or different situations? If different, what is the difference? So these are different. So what is the difference? Anyone with banking background, can you tell me what is the difference? Interest rate and time. So what is it to do with time? What is it to do with time? इस पर दे रहा है 4% इंटरेस्ट दे रहा है, इस पर दे रहा है 7% इंटरेस्ट. सर यू कैन नॉट विथड्रॉ फ्रॉम पीपीएफ. 15 years का लॉक इन है. 15 years लॉक इन. Get that? This may anytime withdrawal. Do we understand? True. Do you understand when the material has gone to the bottom of the ocean, what has happened? Where has it gone? So somebody said it is lost. No, it is not lost. Practically for me it is lost. For practical purposes it is lost. एक आसान सा तरीका बताता हूँ आपको, very simple तरीका. नाइट्रोजन का ना we don't take any load because there is a plenty of nitrogen. There is 70% nitrogen in the atmosphere. ऐसा है ना, 78% nitrogen है ना atmosphere में. Atmosphere has got 78% nitrogen, no problem. Do you know there is phosphatic rocks are very limited in the planet. Phosphatic rocks, very limited. They are very limited. Now where has it gone? It has gone to the bottom of the ocean. Where is phosphate? Here. Now can it come out? Can it come out? Now you people have read geomorphology also. It will come out when this plate moves and subducts and melts and comes up as volcano. आ जाएगा बाहर. So how much time will it take? Well, millions of years. Can I say for my life, practically for my life, it is lost? True. Some of it may come up because of upwelling. True or not? Upwelling. It will. True. We are very happy. But the fact is, where you are throwing it and where will it emerge has no correspondence. Where it is going down and where it will come has no correspondence, no connection. So dangerous or not, everyone? Is it dangerous or not? Absolutely dangerous. Do you understand what I am trying to tell you? This is what my message to all of you is, that this is something very serious that we are dealing with. True. और हमने क्या किया? इस cycle को फंसा दिया. Nature did try to do it. Nature did try to do it. But then what is happening now in the world? There is a shortage of phosphorus. We are looking for rocks, very limited rocks. The next option is, second is ocean bottom. You know, ocean bottom mining is very difficult. So we are wondering where. We are looking for it. And then on our radar comes a beautiful thing. What is that? This bird. बोला पॉटी को करेगा कि नहीं करेगा? करेगा. तो हम इसकी पॉटी को कलेक्ट करेंगे. Bird droppings. जनरली सी में एक बर्ड होता है, गुआनो बर्ड. एंड ऑफ द कोस्ट ऑफ साउथ अमेरिका में देखा गया, पेरू के कोस्ट पे बहुत गुआनो बर्ड है. रिमेंबर वहां पे अपवेलिंग भी हो रही है. ऑन द कोस्ट ऑफ पेरू अपवेलिंग इज हैपनिंग. यस, सैयद बोलते फिश से निकाल सकते हैं, सैयद ऐसा थोड़ी कि निचोड़ के निकालना है, काट के निकालना है, उबाल के निकालना है। बर्ड भी जिंदा रहता है, कोई टेंशन नहीं है, बस उसका माल इकट्ठा करना है। ठीक है, पूरे कोस्ट पे बर्ड की ड्रॉपिंग्स है। अच्छा एक बात बताओ, इन अर्बन एरियाज डू पिजन्स क्रिएट दैट प्रॉब्लम और नॉट? हर जगह पिजन का जहां जहां गया, पिजन को अगर लूज मोशन हो गया तो और भी ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग हो जाता है। सो गोएनो है, जहां गिराएगा हम इकट्ठा कर लेंगे। ट्रू और नॉट? सर फिश को ही निकाल लेते हैं, फिश इधर, फिश को निकाला, फिश मर गया, फिर फिश के साथ बहुत सारी चीजें भी तो हैं। इज एवरीवन क्लियर? डिड वी गेट अ साइकिल और नॉट? डिड वी गेट अ साइकिल? सो अभी बायो जियोकेमिकल साइकिल है, एंड बायो जियोकेमिकल साइकिल्स आर एन इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ द environment ecosystem ecology, and we humans have fiddled with it, and wherever we have fiddled with it we have created these issues. Are you with me on this, everyone? If you are with me, kindly confirm, and if you have any doubts you can ask that also. ठीक है, चलिए, so I want you to quickly draw a hydrological cycle. अब क्या करेंगे, जल्दी से बनाएंगे एक हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल। Hydrological cycle, everyone quickly draw a hydrological cycle. Have we drawn it? So what is the reservoir pool? What is the reservoir pool? So the oceans are the reservoir pool. So ocean is the reservoir pool. Oceans are the reservoir pool. So water moves out, goes into the exchange pool. What is the exchange pool? Atmosphere. And what happens? Precipitation happens. Some of it gets frozen on the peak. Some of it gets filled up in the depressions. What are these? These are lakes. Yes. And some of it comes back. Here what do we have? Groundwater. Groundwater is also there. So it can reach groundwater also. And groundwater will also continue and it will flow. Is everyone okay with this? What is happening over here? Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, surface runoff, groundwater, frozen water, or cryosphere. Is everyone okay? Are you with me on this? I hope you understand and your concepts are clear on this. Everyone, this is nature doing it. All water, if 100 units water are there, this is the reservoir pool, everything will go and it will come back. Is everyone okay? But the thing is, if I ask you RS1, RS2, RS3, RS4, out of these, which one will be less, which one will be more? RS means residence time. Sorry, I wrote S, इसको T कर लेते हैं. RT1, RT3, RT4. If you have to arrange them from minimum to maximum, जल्दी से बताओ. Arrange them from lowest to highest. Quickly. Everyone to try and arrange them. See if you can arrange them. Ascending? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 3, 3, 3. Okay. Everyone, I want to tell you this is the lowest. 7 to 10 days. Atmosphere is the lowest. Do we get that? If it goes in a river में वो रहता है week, some weeks. Do we get that? Few weeks to a month. So उसके बाद क्या आएगा? River. But if it goes and freezes, it might stay there for hundreds of years. Ice cap is for years, hundreds of years, centuries. And if it goes in groundwater, it is for thousands of years. Is everyone okay? Just to value क्या याद करनी है? Days, weeks, centuries, and millennia. Can you remember that? Days, weeks, centuries, and millennia. चलेगा? So atmosphere, river, ice caps, groundwater. What are we talking about? Residence type. Who has done that? Nature has done that. So nature पे जो चल रहा है वो चल रहा है. Nature has done that, and nature is going on in that. So there is no problem with that. Are you with me, everyone? यहाँ तक clear? Done. This is naturally happening. It will happen. So water which goes into groundwater stays there for long. Now bring man into the picture. Man has come into the picture. What is man doing? What is man doing to this whole thing? What has man done? Groundwater exploitation. Okay, लिखते हैं. What has man done? Groundwater exploitation. Cycle has disturbed the cycle. How? पहले तो ये देखिए कि fast किया या slow किया. What has he done? Fast or slow? Well, it will depend upon what has increased. If the fast side components have increased, then that has been done. If more water is there in atmosphere and rivers than it is in ice and groundwater, then that means fast. So what has man done? Man has shifted more water to atmosphere. Why? Because global warming is happening, more temperature is happening, so more evaporation. Is everyone okay with that? And because of that, rainfall, erratic rainfall, lot of rainfall, erratic rainfall is happening, and all that rainfall, what has it done? All that rainfall, what has it done? It has created a lot of surface flow. But what is happening? What is happening to the ice? Ice caps shrinking, groundwater shrinking, atmospheric water going up. So what has he done to the cycle, everyone? What has man done to the cycle? Cycle has become fast. In solid and gas cycle, that was getting slower. But this cycle has become fast. Okay. So is the fast cycle good or the slow cycle good in this case? That case we have already understood. This case we are understanding that. So what cycle is good? So now the question is, if there is more in these two, less residence time walas, then we must be able to manage it. Yes or no? So आजकल T20 चल रहा है ना, 2020 में जल्दी से मैच पलट जाता है कि नहीं? Does the match change here and there, short term में? Does it change? Quickly does it change? Yes sir, it changes. Do we get that? But in a test match, does it change abruptly? Very rarely. And when it changes, then we say, yeah, the pitch was not good. The batsmen, they don't know anything. Yes or no? Nowadays, if a test match ends in 3 days, then we say, these days, no, the people are not able to play cricket for long. True. So these were the reservoirs. They were slow. But now it has become very fast. So immediately, if you're not able to manage that water, suddenly which has increased, if we are not able to manage that water, what will happen? Flood will come. Suddenly, if there's too much of evaporation, cloud formation, what will happen? Flash flood, cloud burst will come. So what is happening? This has led to an increase in hydrometeorological disasters. So now, hydrometeorological disasters. Is everyone with me? I'm connecting current affairs and examples with the concept. See, if you buy some book, internet copy paste wala environment book, they will just talk about the cycle and they will tell us and we'll mug it up. But can you see that why it is happening? So in reality, human beings have disturbed all the cycles. Some cycles have become slower, some cycles have become faster. Do we get that? Slow cycle, fast cycle, and many things are happening. Is everyone with me on this? True. So I hope you understood. If I want to show this graphically, I can show it like this. All water that comes from atmosphere, naturally, most of it goes into groundwater. Where does it go? It goes into groundwater. A little bit of it comes into surface, and some of it goes into atmosphere also. Atmosphere. Get that? So I'm going to compare it like this. Salary in a household, most of it goes into savings. Yes, this one is into running house, and this one is party. This one is luxury spend. True. Now this is what Indian houses are. Indians are known for their savings. Whatever resources we get, we save them. Maximum of it we will save. Is everyone okay? And we do look at our expenditure. We make our expenditures, and then that is there. Is everyone okay? Normal hydrological cycle. Are you with me on this? Normal hydrological cycle. Then this is the symbol for human impact. Remember, human impact on ecosystem ecology, human impact on hydrological cycle. Because of concretization of land, because of overdrawing of groundwater. Do we overdraw or not? So what is happening now is whatever is the rainfall, we are not letting it go into recharge. And a bigger component now is coming as surface flow. Do we get that? And a bigger component is going into the atmosphere also. Is everyone okay? I've just changed the symbol. One is with dotted line, other is with solid line. So now we are living in a world where the salary remains the same, but the savings have reduced. The running cost has become very, very high, and we are spending a lot on luxury. Good, bad, ugly, I don't know. Difficult or not? Challenging situation or not? So Americans are not having a saving culture. Saurabh, ये जो मैंने कहा ना, water is constant. Americans are increasing the water supply. उनकी सैलरी बढ़ जाती है. दिमाग तो लगाएगा नहीं ना, सीधा अमेरिकन सोचेगा. अमेरिकन है तो फिर चचा ये भी तो आएगा ना, अमेरिकन का ये आ रहा है नीचे. अमेरिकन कुछ भी लेकर आता है. I said if your salary does not increase, within that salary, if you start reducing your saving, yes, in fact using from that saving also, and spending it on your daily expenditure, and then buying new car, new laptop, new phones, and showing off. So are we talking of Americans or Indians? Americans or Indians? Talking about Indians. काफी शोबाजी है. True or not? Everyone, are you with me on this? Everyone, are you with me on this? If you are, तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, और यदि आप नहीं तो भी कोई बात नहीं, कार्य तो चल ही रहा है. Urbanization, deforestation, over exploitation, less recharge, climate change, concretization. All this is doing what? Groundwater is falling. True or not? Groundwater is going, and remember, groundwater has a long residence time. तो चला गया. Groundwater, which is like an insurance against droughts. Yes, sir? सूखा पड़ेगा तो कुएं में पानी होगा, तो will it be a respite or not? Water bodies have some water, but groundwater is going down, so the well is also dry. वो भी हमने खा लिया. इधर क्या हो रहा है? Surface runoff. What is surface runoff? Heavy rain, heavy precipitation हो जाता है. Glacier melt. Everything is happening or not? Heavy downpour, glacier melts are happening, and even dam burst. What is this leading to the disaster of? इससे हमारा flood हो रहा है, इससे हमारा drought हो रहा है. और यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? सर एटमॉस्फेयर में गया, पार्टी में गया. पार्टी के अपने क्लाउड्स होते हैं, इनकी अलग ही बादल है भाई. What are these? What are these? Extreme weather events. Extreme weather events. True. The crop is ready and suddenly hailstorms. Crop is ready, suddenly hailstorms. Big challenge or not? Many things will change. बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम होने वाली. Will it happen or not? Everyone think about it and let me know. So that's what we are talking about. This has happened in the world, and this is man's doing. I have a simple question to all of you. Development with regeneration or development with degeneration? Regeneration or degeneration? And you know what? UN wants this to continue, or UN is asking countries to change. UN is asking countries to change. But are they changing? Are they changing? No. Are we changing? No. More and more urbanization, more and more drawing of groundwater. 80% of the city water which you drink, I drink, they are coming from groundwater only. Overdrawing of groundwater, salts are always there. Because you remove the solvent, more and more of it is getting saline also. It is getting saline also. Groundwater has big challenges. First of all, quantitatively it is going down. The reserve or the insurance against drought is lost. Yes, and then wherever we have, qualitatively also it is turning saline, or whatever things, whatever pollutants or toxins were there, which would have been diluted when the water was more, but now with less water, what is happening? They are making it saline and toxic also. So Tamil Nadu has experienced severe threat of groundwater. So Madhukar says Tamil Nadu has experienced severe threat of groundwater. Divyanshu says Delhi has experienced, and Chennai. So all people who are talking about this, I'll be doing in paper 2. In paper 2, I'll be talking about water resources of India. Then you will understand many things over there. So here I can just give you a hint, everyone. Do you know where is the biggest loss of groundwater in the country? Listen, satellite images tell us कि यहाँ पे खत्म. If you've seen Haryana का groundwater is very saline. Haryana groundwater, Punjab, big tension, big problem over there. So you might say Chennai has a problem, Delhi has a problem, Mumbai has a problem. सब कुछ है, but यहाँ पे alarming rate पे नीचे गया है. And I also want to tell you that if Delhi is drinking some water, Chennai is drinking water, groundwater, Mumbai is drinking water, Hyderabad is drinking water, everything okay. You cannot match the water which goes into irrigation. 75% of the groundwater consumption, of the water consumption in the country is in agriculture sector. So most of the water, who's consuming it? Agriculture is consuming it. That is the problem. Everyone with me? Do you get my message? That is what we are talking about. True. Short-sighted, no solution in sight, and then we have our rivers which are polluted. Remember, rivers are annual recharge. इनको अच्छे से यूज करो. Rain water harvesting. Meghalaya had structures, old structures which were used for like collecting waters. Highland, hilly areas में सब जगह पानी की. Tell me, पूरा का पूरा टूरिस्ट भर के जा रहा है हिमाचल उत्तराखंड में. पानी कहाँ से आएगा? Where will the water come from? True. The rain brings water, but because of the slope, it will go down. Tuition funda मत दे, impress मत कर. One thing, growth with regeneration for you is a strong advice. Is stop impressing. Price per kg rice around 3,500 liter water waste. किसी मास्टर ने लिखवाया है, बहुत मजा आया होगा, मत सीख. इससे ना कोई लड़का इंप्रेस हो रहा है, ना लड़की इंप्रेस हो रही है, ना टीचर इंप्रेस हो रहा है. आप जरूर हो गए थे जिसने लिखवाया है ना. टेलीग्राम वीडियो में जो भी था, सबको हमको ये समझ में आता. वी डोंट नो द रियल इश्यूज. आई एम जस्ट सेइंग like we have to talk about the real issues and a few data here and there that will be done. अभी तक I have asked so many questions, they don't come, आंसर नहीं आता. But 3,500 liter water waste, वो भी अभी नोट्स में खोल के एकदम देख ले. Stop impressing others. बहुत हो गया यार ये सब. Get that? I'm saying there are people, like you tell them to, like make yourself proud, make your teacher proud. They give everything and they produce results. So ये रटने की जरूरत नहीं है. जैसे मैंने कहा ना, कुछ लोगों ने यूट्रोफिकेशन में लोटिक करना शुरू किया. मैंने और लोटिक बताएं, पूछे. Let me ask you something. If I ask you a few more questions, then you're all flat. Okay. Purvi is saying impress का तो पता नहीं sir, depressed हो जाते. Purvi, there are two types of people. No? Some people will like it, they will like to use it at many places. True. Manish बोला how can it be improved? Manish, तुम तो क्लासेस करो यार, इतना बोल रहे हैं तो हो जाएगा. समझ अगर मैसेज नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो कुछ होना नहीं. ठीक है, तुम्हारी नजर फैक्ट पे जाती है, वो शुरू से जाती है. ये लिखने के बाद तुम्ही ने पूछा था सर कैन वी से दिस. आई एम टू सेइंग व्हेन यू आर कमिंग टू द क्लास, माय एवरी क्लास इज showing you the difference between dead facts and concepts. क्लास अटेंड करो, the letter and spirit transformation will happen. ठीक है. और बाकी चमकने के लिए तो बहुत सारी चीजें चमकाई जाती है, आपको भी बहुत मजा आता है उसमें. The problem is that humans have disturbed almost everything, all ecosystems. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Which scene are we in? Anthropocene. Use Anthropocene in your answers. जहाँ मौका मिला है यार, ह्यूमंस ने ये कर दिया, वो कर दिया. जितना रोना है रो सकते, जितना आपको रोना है रो. Humans need to mend their ways, need to look at this. वो सारी चीजें I can understand, they will happen. True. How do we deal with it? फिर आएगी philosophy. लिख रहा हूँ philosophy. Should I bring philosophy? And I'm bringing philosopher also with it. Philosopher. पहली बात ये है, remember carrying capacity. Remember ecological footprints. Remember ecological debt and earth shoot. ये है. So we must learn to do that. In my last class, sustainable development, you protect, you preserve, you conserve. True. But you did not include one thing in your definition. Upgrade weaker. So don't just talk about, wise use of water. अरे पानी ध्यान से यूज करो, बर्बादी मत करो and all that. I understand. Talk about how to have more water. How to have more water. जल्दी से बताओ how to have more water. How to have more water. Catch water wherever it falls. वो तो है ही. Conserve, reduce, reuse, recycle is there. But catch water wherever it falls. Somebody says that Chennai has a groundwater shortage. Chennai has water coming in now. Catch it. Create water harvesting structures. Urban areas, rural areas. Create them, catch them, make it happen. True or not? Tell me one thing. Are you hearing these things these days that, the fiscal health of most of the states is very poor? most of the states in India, fiscal health is very poor. Yes, they have taken a lot of loan, centers, grants, and everything. Those are big problems or not? True? Do we agree? Perfect. So now I want to tell you that how can states come out of it? States will have to generate their own viable means of collecting tax. So tax is a problem. I don't know. You'll have to find out. You'll have to find out. You means the state governments have to find out. Aam Aadmi Party says that we have found it out. I don't know whether they found it out or not. In fact, their true test lies in Punjab. Punjab is a hugely indebted state, and they have already promised a lot of freebies. True or not? And this freebie politics leading to a disaster is an example next door, Sri Lanka. True or not? So Deepshika is saying 300 units of free electricity. So Deepshika, Arvind Kejriwal does a mathematics and he says that even with this, Delhi is able to do that. And वो आया भी, नीति आयोग की उसमें स्टडी में भी आया कि दिल्ली के पास अपने फंड्स हैं. True or not? Do we agree? So what is this fiscal management? I think that is the leader, that is the bureaucrat we need who can manage them. रोना तो सभी कर सकते हैं ना. ये नहीं हो पा रहा, वो नहीं हो पा रहा, दंगा तो हो पा रहा है, वो तो कभी भी हो जा रहा है, उसमें तो कोई बात नहीं कर रहा है. True, but when it comes to these things, their hands are tied, their mouths are tied. Do we agree or not, everyone? So now my question is, who is this maverick who can manage? Who are these bureaucrats who can manage? True or not? Who can really bring that this is the budget net positive कर दे? मजा आएगा. Can you be one of them? Probably when you get selected, you will be one of them. True. And people who do this, and people who are saying, you know, क्या कर सकते हैं, we can't do anything. Who one is development with regeneration and who is development with degeneration? Those helpless ones. अरे दुनिया में ऐसा हो रहा है, देखो सब जगह ऐसा हो रहा है and all that. So that is there. और एंड में पता क्या होगा? इलेक्शन से पहले जान को खतरा है, हमारे नेता की जान को खतरा है. और वही नाटक चलेगा थ्रू आउट नॉन इलेक्शन डेज. आपको खतरा है, मैं बचा रहा. उसके बाद इलेक्शन के बाद मुझे खतरा है, आप बचा लो. कोई तो खतरे में रहता है. आई एम लुकिंग एट दैट्स नॉट द जॉब ऑफ अ पॉलिटिशियन और अ ब्यूरोक्रेट. ये खतरा कब तक खिलाओगे? हाउ लॉन्ग डू वी प्ले दैट? वी हैव बेटर थिंग्स. हम आईपीएल देख लेंगे, उधर अच्छा खिलाते हैं. बैठे बैठे खतरा है, इधर मार दिया, उधर मार दिया. एंड द सैड पार्ट इज दैट टेक्स अवे, टेयर अपार्ट द सोशल फैब्रिक. एंड द लेस वी नो ऑफ ईच अदर, द मोर डिस्ट्रस्ट स्प्रेड्स आउट. The less we mix with each other, the more distrust is there. In group feeling ऐसे ही बनती है. उनके इलाके में नहीं जाना, इस कास्ट के इलाके में untouchability है, and all those things. This is how it becomes. When children, small children in primary school can say that we will not eat food cooked by scheduled caste, that's a very, very sad day. True or not? Where is the idea of Constitution and Ambedkar? And the cook is removed, not the students. The cook is removed. And then people tell me that it is time to get rid of reservation given to these SCs and STs because they have done economically well. यार वो भेदभाव दिल में रहता है. True or not? Even through examples, we are not able to send that message loud and clear कि this is the cook, this person cooked it. India is against this untouchability and किसी भी प्रकार का भेदभाव में this cook will cook. Otherwise घर से खाना लेकर आ जाओ. Done? True or not? यार एक बात बताओ, यही ड्रेस कोड में आना नहीं तो तुम्हें एग्जाम नहीं देने देंगे. We heard that or not? हिजाब में आना है वरना एग्जाम नहीं देने देंगे. Same thing. Why was it not said कि भाई यही कुक करेगा? The person who is from this community, we want to remove this untouchability in letter and spirit. True or not? Primary school बच्चों को पता है कि this person's food is not to be eaten. अच्छा, tell me honestly, we are living in urban areas. वो Zomato का खाना जो आया किसने बनाया, किसको पता है? You have any clue when you go in the restaurant? Same people, same parents, when they take their kids to these branded खाने की दुकान, they will never ask who's the cook. And in the school they had this very sad day. मतलब it was one sad day for Indian society. One sad day for Indian society. The next sad day came when the cook was removed and not these parents. Do we get that? Catch water where it falls. These young boys and girls, they are the most impressionable one. Teach them right things. अभी से उनको ये बता रहे हैं दंगा हो रहा है, उनके में नहीं जाना, इनके में आना है. What are we? Where are we? Obviously, children are also not spared of politics. So किस काम का ऐसा politics? सोचो तो सही. And anyone who's doing that, is he anywhere close to Rashtra Nirman? Is that nation building? Anyone who's doing that, छोटे-छोटे बच्चों को सिखा रहे हैं. खैर, power is heady. Power में नशा होता है. Edward Ackerman, he said that all this, Mr. Sachin Arora, what you are teaching is okay, but where is geography in this? Students are getting emotionally charged कि हाँ भाई हमको ऐसा करना चाहिए नेशन और नेचर के लिए. We must be the one that is okay, but where is geography in this, Mr. Sachin Arora? So he said that world can be divided into population, resource, technology regions. Everyone okay? Theoretical, there are theory behind this. How can we have a theory behind it? Is everyone with me? So everyone take a fresh page, turn your notebook around. Write P for population, R for resource, T for technology, and this is type of region. Is everyone okay? So whatever I have told you, understand in principle, you agree with me also. Ah, Sachin sir, take care, everything is fine. Yes or no? Do you agree or not? You agree. But when it comes to answer, how will I make it geographical? How will I make it geographical? I will say it is Edward Ackerman's scheme, which helps us understand these balances, these imbalances have a cause and they are not uniform across the world. What is there? Remember, geography has this word, spatial variations. है ना, spatial variations. So इनको क्या करेंगे? How will we work on that type of region? पहला हमने लिखा US type, दूसरा लिखा जापान टाइप. यूएस टाइप, जापान टाइप, ठीक है, ब्राजील टाइप, इजिप्ट टाइप, डेजर्ट टाइप. So what is US type? What is US type? Simple example देता हूँ. US, Canada, Russia, Australia. US, Canada, Russia, Australia. With me on this? For the size of the countries they are, how is their population? High or low? For the size of the country they are, so their population is low. True. अच्छा, resources in Australia, resources in Canada, Russia, इतना कि लड़ाई कर सकते हैं, they are happily there. True or not? So can I say favorable population resource equation? Favorable equation. True. अभी किसी ने कहा सर अमेरिका, these people are saving less, they can afford to. Yes or no? Americans पूरे दिन मस्ती करेगा, कोई टेंशन है? दबा के पैसा पड़ा उसके पास. There's a lot of money and resources are also there. अच्छा, I want to tell you that there is a famous scholar. His name is called Zimmerman. Zimmerman. He says resources are not, they become. I don't know what this means. Resources are not, they become. Somebody can say there are no resources, they become. So ये क्या है? Can anyone guess कि क्या कहना चाह रहा होगा? What is he trying to say? Resources are not, they become. What would be the message behind? Anyone? Sir, anything and everything can be a resource. We must know how to use it. Say, for example, if a pygmy finds crude oil, is it a resource? Is it a resource? Namibia having uranium, but not uranium technology. It might be a resource, but not for him, not for that. So can I say resources are not? We make them. True or not? Yes? Do you agree or not? Just imagine everyone. There is a rope. You can make many uses of it. But on a depressed day, on a day of a depression, somebody ties it around the neck and dies. Did anyone think of that use of a rope? Nobody thought of that. But it happens or not? Do we get that? So everyone, can I say we are talking about resource, but it is a function of technology also. So Edward Ackerman said the third variable is technology. So US type has low population, resource, and how's the technology? US, Russia, Canada. So पूछो मत. दबा के. Yes or no? So they are the leaders in technology. In fact, most of the patents, everything is with them. True or not? Perfect. Favorable reason. So अभी बता. No matter, there are some people out of patriotism, they say, "Okay, India is the only country में इधर ही पैदा होना चाहिए था." Ask American citizens. American citizens, they are very happy मैं इधर ही पैदा होना चाहिए था. True or not? So much so, some of the Indians, including Akshay Kumar, are Canadian. True or not? मेरे दिमाग में नहीं आता. But then I still wonder, अक्की आम भी तो खाता है. कैसे खाता है ये तो बताया नहीं. Next time I'll ask Akshay Kumar if I ever meet him that how do you eat mangoes? Before Vimal or after Vimal? सुबह केसरी. कुछ तो बताएगा. मुंह धोकर खाते हो या उसी में खा जाते हो? देखिए. So this is US type. अच्छा, जापान टाइप का बताऊं आपको कौन है जापान? जापान टाइप is UK, Israel, Germany, France. ये जापान टाइप है. Do we get that? So इनके पास for the land that they have, how is the population? How is the population? Japan type में high population. Japan has high population, among the top 10 most populated countries. Britain is a small little island, it has huge. So can I say the population is high over here? Okay. How are the resources of Japan? Japan has a lot of soil, lot of minerals, lot of this thing, or do they import? They have less resources. But They do import. Japan is a very big importer of iron ore. Yes, UK, France and Germany. Germany अभी रो रहा है, क्या import करता है Germany? Germany, UK, France, where we saw our foreign minister telling them, तुम रहने दो, तुम तो एक ही दिन में उड़ा डालते हो. ये सब. So resource wise, can I say they're low? Even the land, the soil. Japan doesn't have soil. Plus fertile land भी नहीं, और साथ में सब tectonically inactive है, active है, sorry. So big problem or not? Everyone. So Japan, UK, Israel, they're this thing. How's the technology in Japan? Technology, oh sir, very high sir. बराबर का टक्कर है sir. Do we get that? So, can I say that this is unfavorable? This is unfavorable, but this led to magic happen. True or not? And do we see that Britain even have a shortage of, Europe has a shortage of even human resource? They are inviting more people. In migrant भी लेना पड़ेगा कि नहीं? Old age population. True. देखा British. अच्छा, अब देखते हैं ब्राजील टाइप क्या है. ब्राजील, लैटिन अमेरिका. अभी का एग्जांपल नहीं है, बट फिर भी. Let us look at Latin American countries and Brazil. How the population in Brazil and Latin America country for the country size that they are, high. अबे उत्तर प्रदेश की population is more than Brazil. Do you know? Brazil, the size of Brazil and the population they have less than Uttar Pradesh. And where are people living? People are living in two cities, Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo. पूरा ब्राजील खाली पड़ा हुआ है. होगा सर ब्राजील में बहुत ज्यादा आबादी है. क्या बात कर रहे हैं यार? लैटिन अमेरिका आबादी नहीं है, पहुंचता ही नहीं कोई. So what is the population? Low. Resource in Brazil. Very, very big resource of iron ore. Peru is a leader in what? Sir, copper. Yes. अभी हमने देखा organic phosphate and all those things. Big resources. Argentina, meat packaging and all those things. True. So how's the resource? Pampas, rainforest and all those things. Biodiversity. High. Favorable or unfavorable? Equation. Deepshika is saying lithium. Deepshika, I want to add even shale oil. Shale oil is also found there in Argentina maybe. Can I say? And Yugoslavia? Sorry, Yugoslavia कह रहा हूँ. Yugoslavia क्यों कह रहा हूँ मैं क्या कहना चाहता हूँ? कौन सी country? Venezuela. Sorry. Thank you for reminding me. Venezuela, oil के साथ. That's what we are talking about. So huge amount of agricultural land, a big producer of sugar and tropical fruits. Brazil बहुत माल है इसके पास. So favorable equation. True or not? But again, the problem with Brazil, is resources become. Do they have technology? अभी बताओ, पेरू में आग लगी हुई. Peru was having fires and all those things. Technology है नहीं इनके पास. तो इसने यहाँ नेगेटिव कर दिया. Resources are not utilized. They don't have the manpower adequate. They don't have the technology. And करके यहाँ आग लगा रहे हैं जंगल में. Do we agree? So that's the problem. So out of the three, अभी तक कौन सी जगह सबसे बढ़िया रहने के लिए? जल्दी बता दो. मैं geography student without any bias, at least बोल तो सकता है. Answer is US, Canada, Australia, Russia. रशिया से वैसे अपने वो ठीक है. मधुकर कह रहा है जापान में जाके रह लो. मधुकर कपड़े नहीं फट गए तो. It is so costly to live in Japan. True. और यहाँ से बता रहा हूँ, यहाँ से देखने के लिए अचानक कुछ आइडिया नहीं, मतलब इट्स सो हैपन कि कहाँ पे सर मेरा सपना चाइना है. अबे सपना थोड़ी बोला. बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट वी हैव डिस्कस्ड टिल नाउ, व्हिच एरिया डू यू सी इज अ ह्यूज विन-विन? व्हाई डू यू सी अमेरिका खूब मजे में रहता है हर चीज में, उसको कोई टेंशन नहीं. अमेरिका सब मजे में काट रहा है. ट्रू. ये सुनो. और जितने भी लोग ऐसे देशभक्त फील करो, आ गया इंडिया तुम्हारा फेवरेट, श्रीलंका नहीं सर मेरा पाकिस्तान है, चाइना है, साउथ एशिया. यस, इधर मैं ब्राजील टाइप में ना वेस्ट एशिया डालना चाहता हूँ. वेस्ट एशिया हैज अ लॉट ऑफ रिसोर्स नो, सऊदी एंड ऑल दैट. लोग माइग्रेशन करके चले गए, डिफरेंट थिंग, बट डू दे हैव अ लॉट ऑफ रिसोर्स? सो माइग्रेंट्स आर नॉट गिवन ऑल दोस राइट्स. यस नो, इज एवरीवन ओके? चलो तो अपना पॉपुलेशन का बताओ. हाउ इज द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ इंडिया? नॉर्थ इंडिया, साउथ इंडिया, क्योंकि अब इजिप्ट टाइप. तो फर्स्ट इज हम दो, हमारे दो, इनके दो, और कुछ धर्म की रक्षा के लिए देते रहो क्योंकि आपका धर्म खतरे में है. तो ये आ गए. So we are in huge numbers and counting. Okay. How are the resources in India? Oil. Yes or no? So when you get up, it's oil everywhere. It's so much of water everywhere. It's so much of lemons. नींबू पानी पी रहा है कि नहीं? Summers में you must have lemon water as much as possible. True or not? Have lemon. Have pulses. हर घर पे दाल खा रहा है. Yes. अरे मैं श्रीलंका की बात कर रहा हूँ. उनके पास एलपीजी है, बेचारों के पास कुछ भी नहीं है. So how are the resources? भाई साहब, मतलब I should write highly unfavorable. And what is the status of technology? Sir, हम विश्व गुरु हैं. We are going to the moon. It is very high. सुनो, moment they ask you for the credit card number on your internet before download, you shut down the computer. True or not? As long as the technology is free download, even the search that you do is geography optional free PDF. True or not? And then he says 1. You can join membership, 599 rupees a month. We give the credit card detail, trial version, nah, shut down. Incognito window, erase history, everything. Do that technology. कहाँ लेके जाएगा? Moon पे लेके जाएगा, चंद्रयान. Sir, since the Vedic time we have high technology, you are making fun. हाँ, वही वाले लेके जाओ. उसी से जाना next time. उसमें पेट्रोल भी नहीं लगता था. ठीक है? Next time call for पुष्पक विमान, no petrol. Why do we have Air Force One? मोदी जी का विमान बदलने वाला जल्दी. वो वाला आएगा नो पेट्रोल वाला. जटायु. ऐसा वाला चलेगा. True. अरे एक एरो से क्या होगा? 4 एरो डालो यार. अब बताओ प्रॉब्लम कहाँ है भाई? Where is the problem? Do you know why India does not say yes to anything? क्या करेगा यार? INDC क्या बोलेगा? We cannot phase out coal. Yes or no? We said no. Voting on forest under UN. We said no भाई कुछ नहीं. Environment under UNSC. No, we are not interested. Please, please, please. Indian officers, Indian this thing. NGT. अरे बंद करवा दो यार. What is this NGT? Environment के नाम से FDI. Please come and invest. Make in India. Make whatever in India. You also come and make Maggie in India. कुछ तो करेगा. कभी करो please आओ. True. That's the problem. Everyone. These imbalances in Anthropocene. इतनी बार आता है. The paradox is countries with higher population are required to meet environment type target. True or not? India is officially the 3rd largest country emitter, no? True or not? And if you want to save the planet, will India have to cut down emissions or not? If you say Rwanda, you please reduce, and India, you please reduce, who will make a difference? India will make a difference. But can India reduce? Paradox. ये देखो ये सारे के सारे खड़े हुए. And I want to tell you, India can reduce. All these people who are out there doing these riots, no? जो अपने देश को बेच रहे हैं, जो अपने को देशभक्त बता रहे हैं या किसी भी धर्म के भक्त बता रहे हैं, उन सबको यार प्लीज वर्क फॉर द कंट्री. प्लीज वर्क फॉर द कंट्री. इतने तेजस्वी ना हो जाओ कि आपका नाम पर यार लानत आ जाए. वर्क फॉर द कंट्री. कंट्री के लिए टेक्नोलॉजी बना लो यार. एंड ग्रास रूट लेवल टेक्नोलॉजी. ग्रास रूट टेक्नोलॉजी. वो फॉर प्लांटिंग ट्रीज. घर जाके उखाड़ रहा है, बहुत मुश्किल से बनता है वो सब इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर विच दे आर कैप्चरिंग इट. Now you tell me, on the road, hooligans just playing with loudspeakers. Is that any religion? बैठ के उसी पे लड़ाई करेंगे हम. And then we will provoke each other and then hit each other. और शाम को क्या करेंगे? शाम को करेंगे जुबां केसरी. आज बहुत मजा आया. The youth of India. And in the evening, नेता will come with जुबां केसरी. Very good. ऐसे ही तुम लगे रहो. And I want to tell you, many of them तो are these paid people, no? They are not local people of that area. Local youth नहीं है. Many of them are paid. Many of them are frustrated lot who are doing all this. So anyways, the things do happen, and I hope that they don't happen. I hope and pray that they don't happen. That ways. चलिए ठीक है. Where are we placed now? So philosophy मिल गया सबको. Can you use this in many places? Everyone. Can you use this in environment and other debates also? Can you bring in the paradox of South Asia, East Asia, China also in this? चाइना के पास एडवांटेज क्या हो गया? चाइना के पास रिसोर्स है. चाइना यहाँ पे स्पेशल केस हो जाता है. At the time when Ackerman was making this classification, no, that time China was not that big an economic or technological superpower. Do we understand or not? China has moved out of it. China is, imagine, almost developed and enjoying the perks and benefits which are reserved for developing. Do you get that? China is above creamy layer. ये creamy layer कब का पार कर चुका है? सारी cream इसी के पास. Do we get that? He doesn't deserve to be a representative of developing countries. China should not be there. China के पास अलग है, and China is in fact so much of exploitation and buying out these developing countries. True or not? Desert में population low, resources low. Desert includes Arctic and Antarctic. Population low. Everyone, can we make a map of this? So if I ask you, map the human impact. One way to I showed you the map. Is this a philosophical one also? Will this get you extra marks or not? So I wrote those 7-8 philosophies for you. I'm writing more. I'll keep on bringing all these ideas. These जरूरी है ideas. इसके बिना काम नहीं चलेगा. True. Okay. एक और philosophy मेरे पास. One more fellow. His name is T.R. Malthus. Thomas Robert Malthus. ठीक है. आज का होमवर्क है. Everyone to write a short note on. Or find out from internet what is Gaianism. करेंगे. What is क्या किया था हमने? Deep ecology भी किया ना? Deep ecology. These are philosophies which I want everyone to have. So Thomas Robert Malthus, he said that population, if uncontrolled, will lead to human misery, deprivation, and eventually destruction. So civil wars, famines, conflicts, ये सब खाने की वजह से, population की वजह से. Why? He says population rate of increase of population far exceeds rate of increase of means of livelihood. Means of livelihood. What are means of livelihood? Livelihood के means क्या होते हैं जल्दी बताओ. Food, shelter, clothing. Anything to survive us. Food ही मान लो. Food, clothes, shelter. ठीक है मान लो. So he says, everyone, please pay attention. He says your resources, means of livelihood, they grow like this. Will they grow or not? Another scholar, Bosrup, they say that means of livelihood grow like this. What is this? Can I say technology upgrade? So did you get two ways? But the means of livelihood will grow with time. Will they grow or not? The problem is the population grows in an exponential curve. This is how population grows. Do you get that? So मुझे बताइए, after this what will happen? Imbalance, mismatch will come or not? So Malthus is of the opinion that human beings, their population increases at such a fast rate that if they do not control it, if uncontrolled, that will lead to problems. Do we get that? And should countries with high population like India and China debate this or agree with this? That is why we hear of policies where we are saying population control. So much so NGT chairperson ने भी बोला कि भाई population poverty इसको कम करना है कि नहीं? Do we agree? Indira Gandhi 1972 went to the conference, Stockholm conference, and said that what is killing us? Population and poverty. Everyone with me on this? Comfortable? Did you understand? If you have any questions, please ask. So Malthus का भी idea आ गया. So what is causing environmental degradation? World's population far exceeding this thing. Can I say this is somewhere connected to carrying capacity idea? So if the planet's carrying capacity, everyone, if the planet's carrying capacity is this, carrying capacity, then have we broken the balance or not? Another philosophy for you today. Two names have come. Edward Ackerman, Thomas Malthus. Can you use them in your environment answers? I'm looking forward to you being smart. जो भी पढ़ा रहा, they all will make your answer writing and everything powerful, but provided you look at them many times and where are we operating? We are operating at human influence on environment. ये मैं समझने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. Are you with me on this? If you have any questions, please ask. Okay, perfect. What else do we want then? इसके अलावा क्या है? एक और कॉन्सेप्ट दे देता हूँ. Limits to growth. 1970s में आया, 71-72 में आया ये, by NGO called Club of Rome. Intellectual body, bureaucrats, industrialists, they all came together in this, and a team did a quantitative research using supercomputers at MIT. What is MIT? Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Did a quantitative research at MIT. A team did a quantitative research using supercomputers at MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, to come to a conclusion. And what was the conclusion? And team led by Meadows and Meadows, husband and wife, Dennis and Donella Meadows. ठीक है? So आप लिख सकते हैं, नहीं तो डेनिस मेडोज लिखिए आप. डोनेला को छोड़ दीजिए, डेनिस एंड डोनेला मेडोज, नहीं तो मेडोज एंड मेडोज लिख देना. This team was led by that, and this report said human growth is not infinite. Remember, we're wondering things will be increasing, so there is a finite. There are limits to it. And they also gave the idea of carrying capacity. And they said humanity has already crossed this limit and is in unsustainable territory. Is everyone okay? So humanity has already crossed this limit and they are in an unsustainable territory. Clear? If any questions, please ask. So we have all the philosophies with us. If any questions, please ask. All philosophies finished from my side. And now I want to tell you that if these things are happening, we go into ecological imbalance. Do we get that? Once we cross them, and I hope you can see geographically who is crossing them. It is the developing countries which are crossing them more. Do we agree, everyone? Yes. So it is the developing countries which are crossing and they don't have anything in this. Difference between perfect nutrient cycle and imperfect nutrient cycle. पता नहीं मनीष कहाँ से उठा के लाए, कोई कॉन्टेक्स्ट नहीं है, अचानक उठा कर ले आए. मैंने कहा ना, कुछ नहीं कर सकते भाई. प्रश्न इतना बता लिया, कहाँ से लाए, क्यों लाए, जहां आपने पढ़ा, आपको क्या समझ में आया. इट्स अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन. तो आप यही करते रहिए. इसका हम कुछ बता नहीं सकते. प्रश्न पूछने के लिए भाई कहाँ से लाए, क्यों आया, सडनली अचानक सर वो रामनवमी में दंगे क्यों हुए, ऐसे मत करो यार. वी टॉकिंग अबाउट बैलेंस एंड इम्बैलेंस एंड सडनली यू राइट टू मी सर ये इंप्रूव कैसे करें. वन इंप्रूवमेंट इज दिस. सर आई हैव रेड इन शंकर आईएएस बुक, सो आई एम नॉट टेकिंग केयर ऑफ शंकर आईएएस बुक ना. इट हैज रिटन मेनी थिंग्स. आप पढ़ लीजिए उसमें. उसी में आगे भी लिखा होगा ना सर, परफेक्ट न्यूट्रिएंट साइकिल एंड इम्परफेक्ट न्यूट्रिएंट साइकिल. आज तो आपको न्यूट्रिएंट साइकिल तो बता दिया सर, है ना. और ये भी आपको बता दिया, अगर आपको कोई पेज समझ में नहीं आ रहा होता तो उसको यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन सेक्शन में उसको हाईलाइट करके पूछ लीजिए. ऐसा कई बार आपको बता चुके हैं मनीष सर. सो प्लीज क्वेश्चन कहाँ आपने पढ़ा, कोई क्या लिख रहा है, मैंने तो उसका उठेका लिया नहीं ना यार. कॉपी पेस्ट करके वो क्या डालता है, जिस संदर्भ में, इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में आप डाल दीजिए अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा. सो एवरीवन, वेयर आर वी? वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट इम्बैलेंस. सो माय बॉडी हैज अ टेम्परेचर. माय बॉडी हैज अ टेम्परेचर, दैट इज माय नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर. कितना? 98.6 डिग्री फ़ारेनहाइट. ऐसे 98.6 something of that sort. 98 मान लो जो भी. If my temperature goes on this fever, if I goes down, this is there. So what is my body trying to do? My body tries to come to this temperature, come to fixed value. True or not? This is called a point equilibrium. Point equilibrium or balance. This is called a point equilibrium or balance. True. Now I want to tell you, ecosystems don't have a point equilibrium. They have a range equilibrium, which is called as homeostasis. This was the point which I said I will be talking about today. Homeostasis. What is homeostasis? It is a state of equilibrium in which an ecosystem is. A state of balance, a state of equilibrium for an ecosystem. Equilibrium state of an ecosystem. So everyone, I have a forest. True. I go and cut a tree. Any problem? Any problem to the forest? No problem, sir. I go cut 1/10 of the trees. I go and cut 1/10 of the trees. Any problem? So the quality of the forest is now reducing. Probably it is becoming open forest. But will the forest revive or not? Will the forest revive or not? It will revive. 10% forest cut diya. A disease attacked the forest and 10% of the trees, that variety was lost. Can the forest revive itself or not? But when I said it is healthy, so you people said no, it is not healthy. Why? Because you are not happy with that. You want ki sir hona chahiye, full hona chahiye. So can I say this is the state one of the forest? When I cut the forest, then what happened? It reached state 2. True. And you said, sir, it is a different state. But you did not like the state, but you agreed that the forest can revive back. Possible or not? Possible. Now what happened, everyone? Forest caught fire. The forest caught fire. Most of its trees are burned. So I'm left with 10% trees and a lot of ash at the bottom. Can I say now we have come in a state 3? Third state. You may choose which state you like, which state is more alarming or not, but they are there. So is this forest destroyed forever? Is the forest destroyed forever? No. Why not? So it can revive. It can revive. It will take more time, so but it will revive. Sneha says, sir, I'm reminded of secondary succession. Okay, sir, secondary succession can happen. True. Belucars will come, sir. No problem, but they will come. Acha, isko hata deta hu. If this was coral reef and global bleaching is happening and all that, will the similar answer be same or not? True. Achha, one more thing. So on the festival of Holi and Lohri, we have a fire. Yes, bonfire करते ना, लकड़ी लगाते हैं and सब कुछ, and there is a fire. ऐसे लगाते हैं. So everyone, this pile is balanced or not? When you go over there, it is balanced. People are standing and dancing around it. Holi, Lohri, and ऐसे खड़े होते हैं नहीं होता? True, it is balanced. Now few people go over there and they pull out one stick. One stick has been pulled out. What will happen to the pile? Maybe nothing. Maybe nothing. One stick से collapse तो नहीं हो जाएगा. आप करके देख लो. People have put in so many sticks. एक हटा लो, ध्यान से हटा सकते. Can we remove one stick or not? Can we remove one stick without disturbing the pile? Possible or not? Can we remove one more from some other place? Is it possible? Yes, sir, 2 are possible. But suppose if I remove 10 of them, so the pile will be disturbed. So when the pile is disturbed, will it come to a new piling or not? Maybe a new pile is created, a smaller pile is created. ऐसा हो सकता है? Possible or not? This is also there. It is not necessary that the pile will become flat. So can I say, be it a forest, be it a coral reef, be it or anything else, whenever we are playing with it, whenever we are fiddling with it, whenever we are doing that, everyone, it will cause it to get disturbed. It will cause it to get disturbed and it will come to a new state. Chalega? Everyone with me? But moment my temperature goes to 99, is it a problem or not? The pile can stay like this. We can have the entire festival with burning this pile also. Yes, sir. This forest can stay like this for hundreds of years and there will be life in that also. But मेरे case में if it is 99, the doctor will say do something to bring down the fever. इसके माथे पे पट्टी लगाओ. ऐसा बोलेगा या नहीं बोलेगा? Everyone, please tell me, am I correct or not? Yes, it will happen. Now everyone, there are 10 people standing around the pile. And they are constantly moving out one stick after the other. Now will the pile totally destroy? You were trying to remove carefully 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a different story. Now you are doing it recklessly. A forest is there and you are cutting these trees irrespective, without any discretion, cutting down. Will the forest ecosystem collapse or not? So everyone, this is called ecological limit. Ecological limit. If an ecosystem is disturbed anywhere from state A to B to C or to D, no problem. It will revive itself. But if you cross this limit, then what will happen? Now ecological imbalance will happen. Do you get that? What is the difference between a point equilibrium and a range equilibrium? So ecosystems of the earth are not operating at point equilibrium, they operate within a range. You can stress them. इधर आया तो क्या हो जाएगा? Stress हो सकता है. Tell me, is the groundwater in the country stressed? Are the forests stressed? Are the urban areas stressed? Stress is there. Have they collapsed? Not yet. Is there any, sir, is this boundary, does it have a value? Well, IPCC says the value is 2 degrees Celsius. Can you connect it to reality? If the global climate change causes the temperature to go beyond 2 degrees Celsius, what will happen? We would have crossed ecological limit. This is also at times called as another point, tipping point. सुना है? Am I connecting all those things? आपने शंकर पढ़ी या नॉन शंकर पढ़ी, जो भी आप पढ़ रहे हो, जीएस के लिए कॉपी पेस्ट किताब है. यहाँ पे यू गेटिंग बिगर कॉन्सेप्ट. डिक्शनरी वोकैबुलरी वाला काम है, वहां से कर रहे हो तो पूरा देख लेना भाई क्या लिखा हुआ है, क्योंकि वो टर्म्स तो यूज नहीं होगी. जो भी उसने कर दिया. उसने भी तो कहीं से कॉपी करनी है ना. True. There are people who are reading organic chemistry for UPSC. There are people who are reading, botany, zoology for UPSC. I can't stop them. कुछ नया दिखाने, चमत्कार को नमस्कार करना. But did you understand what is homeostasis? So ecosystems are operating in broad ranges. If you disturb them, they will try. Nature will try and revive it. If you pollute a river, it will be revived. River will automatically do it. But if you go to a point where eutrophication has happened, completely biological desert, it will not revive on its own. Mangroves will revive on their own. But if you decide to chop it off, pollution and everything, then there is nothing left in the story. Is everyone clear with the idea of tipping point? Is everyone clear with the idea of ecological limits and ecological degradation? If you get a question on ecological degradation by human or human impact on ecosystems, do you have points? Do you have philosophy? Do you have all the scholars that are needed to support your answer and the idea of Anthropocene? Everyone clear? So quickly, if you have any question or doubt, please ask. And this is a work which is being given to you. Today, this will be handed out to you. Now, all the problems have been brought to you. Now, let us go for the solution. So, environment policy. What is environment policy? What is environment decision making? What is environment law? What is environmental legislation? What is the history of these laws? Yes. What are the principles, guiding principles, which help us in making environmental law? And what is environment education? All these will be dealt in tomorrow's class. Do we get that? Have already created sufficient stuff for why that is happening, the theory also, the philosophy also, the terms also. I would want you to start using them. और अगर आपको ऐसे ही बुक पढ़ रहे हो इधर उधर से कोई टर्म आ जाती है तो प्लीज आस्क मी विद द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ इट. आई विल लेट यू नो. वैसे अगर आप एक पैरा ऊपर नीचे पढ़ेंगे सो व्हाट वी हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट वो आपको क्लियर हो जाएगा. यू विल बी एबल टू क्लियर व्हाट दैट पर्सन ऑन द बुक इज ट्राइंग टू से. Everyone clear on this? Will you remember these models? These models were not given just for entertainment. They will go in the answer. You don't have to talk about details about the model. You just say the idea was even propagated by limits to growth model by Meadows and Meadows. Okay? Thomas Robert Malthus warned the world that if population is not controlled, then misery is on the way. Edward Ackerman's population resource technology regions. I will be using them at many places. And before we part, how many of you can still write the definition of a system? Exactly word to word. Quickly write down the definition of a system. Please don't see it as a break. Definition of a system. Yes, regularly interacting and interdependent system of components working together to form functional wholes. Can I say that? Ecosystems are systems where all the things are connected, and homeostasis clearly displays that idea. Are we done with this? So thank you. This was today's class on environment geography. I hope you're gaining confidence. And again, I said that I'm not looking at the prelim wala facts in this. Your idea is that you should be able to create those with your broader understanding. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow with environmental law, environment education. Bye-bye. Take care. Yash is saying, please tell me, am I right in unsustainable one? What is that, Yash? I did not get it. What is it that you're asking? Yeah, please write it on Telegram. Okay, so thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.